So I've been thinking about doing a project with some glass, and to cut the glass, you would need to score it somehow. And I was thinking that I didn't have anything hard enough. I didn't have any carbide laying around. Then I realized that I had a piece of saw blade. I thought I'd try to scratch her up with this. So I'm trying to cut this, put a scratch in this glass with the carbide bits of this saw piece, and I'm getting a little bit, but it's a really fine scratch I'm getting. I don't know if you can see it there. Earlier I tried with my circular saw, or my cutoff saw, which has a sharp blade on it. It's got a much bigger scratch in it. The edge, if I can get it to focus. But there it is. That's a scratch from my chop saw with a sharp blade. The scratch from, you can't really see the other scratch. You barely make out that it's scratching it. I don't know if that's because it's not sharp or if it's actually not really carbide. I was filing at it, and I don't know if this is going to focus at all, but it almost looked like my file was taking away some material off of the tooth, and that kind of points out that it's not carbide, because it's a sharp file, but it's not going to be hard enough to cut through that carbide if that is what it is. So I'm going to give a chance to try to sharpen this up a bit, and on a grinding stone, and see if that helps out at all. And I've been grinding a little bit with this by hand with this disc on this carbide, and it looks like it's done a bit to sharpen it up. It looks like a much sharper point than it was before. I don't know if it's sharp enough, but I'm gonna try to cut some glass and see if that works out at all. So I can hear it and feel it cutting, but it just doesn't seem to be doing the same kind of cutting that the other saw blade I have is doing. It's just a light cut, whereas this is the saw blade. Not getting much of a focus here, but that's from the other saw blade. This is from the tooth that I just sharpened with the abrasive disc. Yeah, I need to do some more sharpening, but I'm gonna give it another go. I've got it fairly sharp, I think, now, using the grinding disc. Makes me suspicious that it's not actually carbide. I can't get it to focus very well. There we go. It's pretty pointy. It's definitely cutting in there, but it's just so light compared to the other scratches I'm getting. Now I got a camera stand set up. I can try to make a cut with the adjusted cutter. That's a sharp side. It wasn't a very reassuring feeling cut. Actually broke okay. Definitely a step in the right direction, but still some shrapnel off of there, so definitely not the best. I'll try scratching it on a saw blade. So that's off my table saw blade. Got a much deeper cut. Let's see what happens trying to snap it. Maybe need to score across. Probably be better if I knew how to score glass better. Alright, so now it's scored all the way across, more or less. Give her another go. So that definitely broke on the score line for that one, and it didn't shatter all over the place. So something's up with this. This blade might not be carbide. It might be some sort of high-speed steel or something. I don't know exactly what they would use. It's just lower quality material. Anyways, maybe it's the sharpness thing. I can work on the sharpness more, but that's all I can figure out for now. I'm gonna try to sharpen this a bit more. I got my diamond steel mount and see what she does. Get it to focus. There it goes. It seems to be cutting into the material. We got all three faces cut out now. Looks pretty sharp. Give her another test on the old glass. It's still just barely putting a line in it. It's really kind of skating. I would think if that was going to cut, it would be cutting. Yeah, I think the conclusion for that is this is just not carbide. This is, or at least not good carbide.